Hi, good afternoon and namaste. This is Mahendra Thapa, CEO of TPNL Education Consultancy. As you scheduled earlier, today we're having a virtual seminar for a very prestigious Australian college called Australian College of Applied Psychology, which is also known as Acap. And this college is very popular among NAPLIG students because of some special programs like social work and psychology. This college has a story of teaching for 35 years, and it has a very special programs like psychology, social work, counseling, and even criminology. With 3 campuses in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, it has got a very good feedback from NAPLIG students, not only NAPLIG students, even from international students. It's because the tuition fees are very affordable for international students on the one hand. On the other hand, the courses that programs it offers have very good links with the workplaces. So today, to run the seminar, I have invited a regional marketing manager of Australian College of Applied Psychology. She is Miss Renu Yadav, and I'm going to invite her. Yeah. Hi, Renu. Welcome to our virtual session.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. As I told you earlier, she's a regional marketing manager for Acap, and she will tell us a lot of things about the COVID scenario, what is happening in Australia, how it is making impact to international students. At the same time, she will be talking all about the college, what kind of programs the college offers, and what would the requirement. And first, Renu, we'll be discussing about the COVID scenario. How is the scenario, at this time for international students in your experience? Can you tell a little about it?
Sure. I think Australia is among those countries who have managed to tackle the situation very, very well. There have been a few increases in the cases in the beginning of July, but I think everything is being handled very well. As far as getting support or giving support to the international students are concerned, Australia has been very efficient in that. There have been many state fundings allotted to international students. As a college at Acap, we have introduced number of provisions to support our students. So at the moment, Australia has been able to manage the situation very well in terms of managing the number of cases, also in terms of supporting the international student in this period of time where we understand that all these students are away from their family, friends, miles apart from them. So yes, Australia has been able to cope up with the situation quite well.
Yeah, so that's good to hear. So do you think that you know that Nepal already stopped its lockdown last night? I mean, from the midnight from tonight, from last night, I say. Yeah, and things are getting easy in Nepal. Like the only few restrictions are in place, but very soon it's gonna get it very relaxed. How is the scenario at this time in Australia? Like restrictions are still in place?
Yeah, in few cities, Melbourne was under lockdown, but things are getting normal now. In other cities, public places are getting slowly open with, of course, the social distancing policies. Yeah, things are getting better now. Yes.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I think it will give a kind of green light for aspiring students who are wishing to study in Australia, right?
Oh yeah, certainly, and I hope with a certain good news is announced by Australian government, student would get a positive news around that. We have recently got a day ago that VFS centers are going to open, which would certainly be is a great news for students, and student can prepare all of their stuff now, prepare for their visas, apply for their offer, and as soon as the borders are open, they can fly. So yeah, all the good news is coming and on the way. So yes, we can say that good days, positive time is ahead.
Yeah. Even like once the news came up, through the social medias and all these things, we got a lot of inquiries from the students. Like, the Australia really get open, the visa granting and all
Yes.
things. This kind of things making us even excitement. We are getting excited to restart the things. All right,
Yes.
Renu. Now we should, I think, start the formal session. Uh, at the same time, I request all the students who are watching the live, if you have any queries, you can put your queries below in the comment box. Our representative will directly answer it. At the same time, you'll have a very genuine understanding about all these things also. So yeah, with the same thing being said, I will start getting some information from you, Renu. First, you should tell about what is Acap. Yeah, give
Yeah,
us some kind of
sure.
introduction about Acap and how it stands in rankings and all.
Yeah, sure. So, in order to discuss that, please allow me a moment. I'll share my screen with you, and I
Yeah,
shall discuss about all the important information around ACAP.
right. So you want me to give you the access for sharing the screen?
Yeah, I think I have the access. I'm just trying to.
Can you just try from your end?
Yes, yes, I'm trying to. Just a moment. Yeah. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, please.
Okay, perfect. So I should talk about ACAP, all the programs, and what are the opportunities and everything under this session. So
Mhm.
talking about ACAP, so ACAP is a part of Navitas Careers and Industry Division. Navitas Careers and Industry Division is a division that deals with professional program, and ACAP is a part of it. So ACAP is not a new college. It is very well known in the Nepal market. ACAP started long back in 1983, and we have been delivering specialized program in the human service sector for more than 35 years now in the study areas of psychology, social work, criminology, and justice and counseling. So if you notice all these study areas that I've just mentioned, they are all interrelated to each other, which means that ACAP is a professional college and deals with nothing except from these programs. So we have got three campuses in Australia, that is in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. All the campuses are very well connected to accommodation facilities and transport facilities. We offer both bachelor's and master's program. There are more than 13,000 students who are already graduated from ACAP. So it's a part of Navitas group of institutions. So for all those who do not know what Navitas is, so Navitas is a very big group of institutions that has around 120 colleges in around 31 countries, and it offers great variety of programs to international students. Now, when we talk about why one should come and study at ACAP, this is very interesting, and one must understand that there is a difference when it comes to doing a professional program from a professional institution. So, ACAP is a professional institution. All the resources, professors, people that we have on campus, they devote their time researching, finding out the best way through which we can teach our students so that once they graduate, they are market ready. Keeping that in mind, we follow all professional guidelines that one professional institution must follow. Few of which are that we have very small class sizes. We do not have more than 25 students in each class. We understand that how these programs are very, very demanding. Psychology, social work, keeping 100 students in a class would probably not do justice to our students. They would not be able to clear their doubts during that stipulated time period of 1 to 2 hours. So we have kept our class sizes very, very small. This allows a lot of participation between teachers and students. This helps students to clear all their doubts within that, specific time period. Besides that, all the programs that we offer are accredited program. So programs like psychology, when you decide to do psychology and become a psychologist, you need registration. If your programs are not registered, you would not be able to do that. So our all the programs that we offer at ACAP, since it's a professional program, we all make sure that our programs are accredited. So psychology program is accredited by Australian Psychology Accreditation Council. Our social work program is accredited by Australian Association Social Work. Our counseling program is accredited by Psychotherapy and Counseling Federation of Australia. So once these students graduate, they finish their program, they would face no issues in registering themselves and practice as a professional later on. Apart from that, all the teachers, professors, lecturers that we have on campus, they come with more than 2 to 3 decades of an experience, which means that whatever a student is learning in the classroom environment, They are actually learning what is being required by the market, because all these people who come and teach our students, they have this industry experience. They tell them exactly what is being required in the market, what kind of skills they would require, what kind of methodologies they would know once they finish their program, which would help them to grab jobs easily. Apart from this, we have internships attached to our program. So 90% of the program that we offer has internships. Student would be able to do these internship in the final trimester of their program, and this is being organized by the college itself. So you don't have to worry about finding an organization on your own. We have our own international placement cell that helps students to get these internships. You also have an opportunity wherein you can go and register your interest. For example, let's take up an example of social work program. You may be interested in working in
Right.
uplifting the environmental sector, not the aged care. Usually social work people, they go and work in aged care centers. So you have an option that you can go and register your interest, and we try that you get your internship in that sort of an organization. So all this kind of support has been provided to the student. We focus a lot on the practical aspects of the studies so that students are ready once they pass out. Apart from this, we offer three intakes in a year, that is February, May, and September. So just in a difference of 2 to 3 months, you can jump onto the another intake. You don't have to wait for long, just in case if you miss on any intake. Like in any other university or college, wherein if you miss February, you would have to wait for 6 months because the next intake is July.
Right.
But with us, if you miss February, you just have to wait for 2 to 3 months because the next intake is May. So we have that kind of flexibility. Apart from that, we do give flexibility in terms of choosing electives to our students, so they can choose 3 2 in each trimester because we follow trimester sessions. So they don't have to worry about learning or doing 6 units in one trimester. It becomes very difficult for an international student, especially in their beginning of their studies in the first trimester. If you give them 6 to 7 8 units, they are very new to the environment, they are very new to this new study methodology. It becomes difficult for them. So we have this kind of flexibility wherein they can start with 3 units and they can study it well, pass it, and then move into the next semester.
Right.
Now, this is very interesting. The image that you see on my screen, this is a QILT indicator. This is a quality indicator for learning and teaching. This is an organization that assesses university colleges in their specific discipline to make people aware as in how this college or a university is doing. So if you see, we stand really high as compared to top universities in Australia in terms on the parameter of overall quality education experience or teaching quality or student support or skill development, be it learner engagement or learning resources. I believe this is a result of the fact that ACAP is an institution that focuses on providing specialized knowledge in one study area. When you run multiple discipline, you divert your attention. But with
Mhm.
ACAP, as I mentioned in the beginning, all the resources people that we have, they spend hours, days, night just to research about finding the best way to teach our students in the specific area that we teach. Apart from that, we have attached our the methodology that we use. Studies are attached with all the practical aspects, be it internship or doing projects, or studying with people who are working in the industry, studying with people who come with the experience of more than 2 to 3 decades. So I believe this is a result of all these factors, and also the fact that we have been teaching this for more than 3 decades now. Now, another important thing that I want to tell you is a lot of students have this, question in their mind: when I come to your college, when I come to your, campus, would I only be studying with my own, nationalities, with my own people? So I want to tell you, when you come at ACAP, we have students from more than 36 countries with us. The top 12 nationalities are the ones that you can see on my screen. So when you come, you would not only interact with people from Nepal, you would get to know people from India, Nigeria, United Kingdom, Brazil, Colombia, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, what and what not. So there is a multicultural environment on campus. You get to know about different cultures. So which I believe is quite benefiting for students, because the kind of program that you're doing, psychology or counseling, you would not necessarily only treat people from your own nationality. You would probably get clients from different countries. So you get that kind of experience also, which eventually would help you in your career. So we have more than 36 nationalities on campus. Now, these are the programs that we offer at ACAP. So I've got bachelor's in counseling, psychological science. Then I have double degree in psychology with psychological science and criminology, psychological science and counseling. I've got bachelor's in social work. I've got criminology and justice. I offer two master's program, master's in psychology clinical, master's in social work qualifying. I've got three graduate diploma program, graduate diploma of psychological science, professional psychology and counseling. Talking about the duration of these programs, all the bachelors that I offer is a 3-year program, except bachelor's in social work, which is a 4-year program. Both the masters that I offer is a 2-year program. All the graduate diplomas that I offer is a 1-year program, except graduate diploma in counseling, which is a 2-year program. Then there is a new program that we offer, which connects to masters in social work qualifying, that is graduate certificate in human services. So this is a 7-month program. Also, to give my all the people who are watching us, just to give you an idea as to what kind of educational background is required in order to qualify for these programs.
Right.
For all of our bachelor's program, we would accept students coming from science background, arts background, commerce background. Also, I would be happy to accept students, those who are coming with a nursing diploma.
Great.
Talking about my master's program, for master's in psychology, I need mandatorily a psychology background. For masters in social work, we would require background in social work or in other health science related program like public health or psychology or nursing.
Can I just interrupt you for a time? Yeah.
Yes.
You said like students from even nursing background can join for the bachelor program, right? But the thing is that for a bachelor, it's for nursing, it's kind of 3 years program, and with that 3 years nursing background, can they get any credit for bachelor?
As far as credits are concerned, I need to get it assessed from the academic department. Not necessarily, I would not say yes at the moment, but we will have to get it assessed from the academics.
Yeah, with the year 12 is just 2 years, and then they get enrolled with the first year, right? But with the nursing background, they have a kind of 3 years program, and again, getting 3 years bachelor is kind of long, duration for them to complete bachelor.
Yeah, I understand.
Please, yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, so we can certainly get this assessed from the academics. So if there are units that matches to what we teach in the first year of a bachelor's program, we can certainly look into it, not an issue. Yeah. Now, talking about the graduate diplomas, so for graduate diploma in counseling, any kind of background is acceptable. And for the professional psychology background is required. Now, moving on to the academic requirement, just to give you an idea, for all of my bachelor's program, I need 60% in the best 4 academic subjects, including English. For my master's program, the requirement is between 55 to 60%. If you come with 4 years of a degree, then you need 55%. If you come with 3 years of a degree, then we need 60%. For my graduate certificate, I need 55%. As far as the English requirements are concerned, for all of my bachelor's program, I need 6 overall, 5.5 in each band. For all of my master's and graduate diploma program, I need 6.5 overall, 6 in each band.
All right.
There is so I just want to give you idea around what it is like entering into masters in psychology. If you are someone who's looking to enter into masters in psychology, then one thing is very important for you to remember is we need 4 years of a bachelor's in psychology if you want to enter into our masters. So this is a requirement across all the universities in Australia. This is not something very unique with Acap. And if you do not have it, and if you have 3 years of bachelor's, then you will have to do a top-up year, the 4th year, which comes in the form of bachelor's in psychological science honors, the first program that you see on my screen.
Right.
So you would first go for this program, and then you would move into masters in psychology. Now, another very important thing that students must remember looking out for masters in psychology is that you would not be able to apply directly for this program. You will have to go for an assessment, which is an APS assessment. Once you get a positive assessment from there, only then would you be able to apply. So this is something very important for all of you to remember. Another important thing, please remember that these program has got only 1 intakes in a year. and it has a very stipulated time period window for application. So we have got, you can only apply in the period of October, and it is an online application. So if you are someone who's looking to do this program, please connect with sir at least 3-4 months prior to the class start dates, prior to the intake, sorry, so that we can tell you what is the process like. APS itself take close to 2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, because I get a lot of applications
Yeah,
for
for social
social
work.
work from Nepal, so I just want to touch base and give you a little bit information around social work also. So a social worker can work in multiple kind of an organization, multiple kind of places, and their work involves variety of work. They can work in upliftment of the society. They can work in the upliftment of the environmental sector. They can work in aged care centers. There are a lot of places where these social workers can work. If we see the kind of growth social work as an industry has seen, so we expect around 23% of an increase by 2022, which is a great increase in the sector. Students can work, as I mentioned, you can go and work in government bodies, public and private NGOs. You can work in international agencies. You can work in aged care centers. You can work in non-profit organizations in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you talk about what is the return of investment, I'm doing this program, I'm investing so much in this, what is the kind of a return, what is the kind of package I would get. So just to give you an idea, on an average a graduate can earn between $65,000 to $90,000 annually, and this certainly gets high, increases as you grow in your experience.
Right.
Yeah. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, that we have internships attached to our program. So, Masters of Social Work, I get a lot of applications for Masters in Social Work from Nepal. So, just to give an idea what this program is like, it's a 2-year program which is available in Sydney and Melbourne campus. It has 1,000-hour internships attached to it. So, 500 hours
Wow.
you would get in the final trimester of first year,
Mm-hmm.
and another 500 hours of internship you get in the final trimester of second year. And these are some of the organizations that you see on my screen, wherein we have an association with, and our students go and get their work. So we have a pool of
Yeah.
organization industries
Just a moment.
placement attached with us, wherein students can go and work.
Yeah, yeah. You said
uh,
like a five. Yeah, Renu. You said like a 500 hours internship. For the internship, did they get any pay during the internship?
Usually these are not paid internships.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
part of the study,
99%.
right?
Yeah, it's part of a study. It's more to give an practical exposure, a practical side of the studies to
Right.
the students. But this is a great opportunity. See, even if it is paid or not, an internship
Mm-hmm.
done for more than 12 weeks, for more than 3 to 4 months, if you're spending that kind of a time in any organization, and an organization is spending time on you, making you understand the
Really?
process and everything, it's a great opportunity for you to prove yourself, because there are high chances that you can get consumed by the same organization. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say that for students, everybody who's watching us at the moment, all these students, that please concentrate and try and prove yourself, try and learn everything when you are there in the internship in any organization. Work so well, prove yourself in a way that the same organization will consume you. And it's a great opportunity, it's a great an option for you, wherein you are getting an organization yourself with the help of the college, um, to prove yourself. Yeah.
Yep. Please.
And so this is a few pictures of the campus that you can see. Now, this is one of the testimonials of our student. She's from Nepal. She went for Masters in Social Work qualifying. So we are very proud to say she's now associated with a great organization in Australia. She passed out with very high scores, and she was one of our star student at Acap. Yeah. Yes, so that was about ACAP, and what all we do. We have 3 intakes. I think I have mentioned already. Yeah, so this is what we have, and I'm happy to take any questions if you have, or further inquiries around. Any questions?
I know, just a minute. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there was some error, with these things. So yeah, I'm back with the function system again.
Yeah. Any questions? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you before.
No, there is no question. There was a kind of
Okay.
interruption. There was
Okay.
a technical issue. I got it fixed. Now you can carry on, please.
Okay, perfect. So I finished my presentation. Was there something left that you want me to repeat?
You mean you finished your these things, right?
Yeah.
Presentation. I have some
Yes.
questions. When I'm watching in the comment box, if there is any questions, if there is any question, I can put some questions for you. As you said,
Yeah.
like Master of Social Work is very popular among Nepali students. Even that, I have already, experienced myself. I got a lot of applications, a lot of students asking for this thing.
Hmm.
What would be the requirement background of students? Let's say if students from Nepal have got a management background, let's say he has got a
Hmm.
bachelor in business study, can he try for MSW in with the college there?
As far as our programs are concerned, the Masters in Social Work qualifying, we have a set admission requirements wherein we take people with social work background or the related background in the health science field. So,
Uh-huh.
if somebody is coming with business background, which was a pure business management, I'm sorry, we will not be able to take them at this moment. But yes, if they have started a mix of it, for example, they have started business with some of the units of social work. Sometimes it happens you take second electives, second major, or they have studied something related to let's say teaching or education, so we can count those subjects. So in order to qualify for a master's program directly, you need 8 cognate subject along with the percentage of 60 or 55 depending upon the degree what you have done. But if you do not have those 8 kind of subjects, but if you qualify with 4 cognate subjects, let's say somebody is coming with business background and they have 4 units social work they have studied in their bachelor's program during the 3 years, so they can go for a graduate certificate in human services. It's a 7 months program. This program is designed for all those students who initially are not able to meet the entry requirements, and then they can move into masters in social work qualifying. Yeah.
Yeah. And you said like for IELTS requirement is a 6.5. Do you have any kind of provision like students can go ahead with the ILICUS program if he or she doesn't have exact requirement of IELTS?
Yes, we do have. So, if, for example, you do not meet the requirements and you get less score in any of the bands, so we have a
Uh-huh.
provision of maximum 10 weeks ELICOS. So, you can apply ELICOS with us, additional English. So, we'll give you English package offer, English and the main course. Yes.
So even students with the master program, they can apply with their dependent, right? If someone is, with a partner, he or she can
Yeah.
apply for the master's program.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh,
So, if you want to apply with a partner, you can apply. Certain things that you must remember: your marriage should be at least 1 year old, and
yeah, yeah. Even you said there is a program. Even I can see your, these things browser where it is mentioned the Bachelor of Counseling. What does it mean? What is the difference between Bachelor of Counseling and Bachelor of Psychological Science? Because there was a query earlier over me through email, so I was getting confused. Even I went through the contents of the subjects of
Mhm.
in your browser. Almost
Mhm.
units are closed, but still, the faculty. I mean, it's different. Psychological science and the counseling. What is the difference in your opinion?
Yeah, so these are two very different programs. Although the work of a psychologist and a counselor seems to be clashing at some point of time, but when you go for a program in psychology, ultimate destination is to become a psychologist, and they
Mm-hmm.
can work in multiple organizations. They can work in hospitals, NGO, even schools these days. When it comes to counseling, counseling is also a program that deals with you counsel people in variety of disciplines. So a psychology is more of a technical program that can go up to dealing with clinical psychology, and whereas only counseling is concerned, that can be topped up with a lot of backgrounds, like people even coming with let's say MDS or BDS background, so they want to go on to the non-clinical part of job, so they can go on that part. So it's
So
somewhere around it.
yeah, students with a Bachelor of Counseling from Acap, can he or she join for Master of Psychological Science there?
No, no.
No, it's not, right?
Because
So it's
psychology is a program wherein you need a registration later on to become a
okay, yeah, all
psychologist.
right.
And counseling is a program wherein you don't necessarily would require a registration. You can work as a counselor because the program is already accredited by PACFA. So no, to become a psychologist, because if you're doing a master's in psychology, that means that your ultimate aim is to become a psychologist. You want to practice as a psychologist. So for that, you must have a psychology background.
Yeah, I was kind of, finding, I was experiencing like students all the time, they prepare, you know, Acap. Despite a lot of universities offer the same Master of Social Work program, but still Nepali students, they prefer Acap. I know the one thing is the tuition fee. Besides tuition fees, what are the factors that really attracts Nepali students to apply for Master of Social Work with Acap, not with the universities, in
Hmm.
your opinion? Can you just give me some ideas?
Yes. So the biggest thing that I feel about ACAP is that ACAP is a professional institution. You are looking for a program which is a professional program. If you're opting for psychology, which means that you're willing to become a psychologist. And if you're not doing this program from a professional institution, then there are chances that you might not get that kind of knowledge that you require in order to do this program. So we have been teaching this for more than 35 years now. We have not been doing anything for more than 3 decades apart from teaching this program. As I mentioned in
Mhm.
the beginning, that everything that we do on campus is towards researching and finding out things through which we can improve our teaching methodology. And moreover, my student of psychology or counseling on campus, if they interact with a psychology student interacting with counseling student, they are in a way learning something from
Yeah,
each other because they are
yeah.
very interrelated to
Connected
each
program in a
other.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, same goes with social work students. So they all are learning from each other. So the professional, the expertise that we hold in the programs that we hold is the first thing. Second, the kind of a methodology that we have adopted to make our programs unique, be it attaching an internship, be it arranging people from the industry, people who are actually working at the moment in the industry to come and teach our students, or it is about keeping our class sizes small, is also a fact that when our students graduate, they're market ready. So when you're market ready and you're getting jobs within 1 month and 2 months after graduating, it automatically encourages students to come and study at ACAP. And of course the fee structure is also very very competitive. That's
Yeah,
another
that's one thing.
option. Yeah, we give our students flexibility wherein they can pay in 3 installments. Sometimes it becomes difficult to pay, let's say, $15,000 every 6 months. But then if you divide that 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, for example, in a year, then it becomes very easy. So that's another thing. Yeah.
So yeah, the other thing is that in Nepal, for the Bachelor of Social Work, we have two kind of programs. One program is with 4 years, and one program is 3 years. And 3 years program is from Tribhuvan University, that's the state-run university. Whereas there is a Kathmandu University that runs 4 years program. As you said, for Master of Social Work, 4 years program is eligible to apply for MSW with your institution. What about 3 years BSW? We still have 3 years BSW graduate in Nepal. Cannot they apply for MSW with the institution then?
Yes, thank you for asking this question. I think a lot of people, a lot of students have this confusion that since they have 3 years degree, they would not be able to apply for masters in social work. So I want to clear this out through this session to all of my students who are watching us at this time that if you hold a 3 years of a bachelor's degree, you can apply with ACAP. So we do accept 3 years of a degree. So what are the conditions? How the admission requirements goes for those students? You must have 60% in your 3 years bachelor's degree, and you must have
Right.
8 subject in order to directly qualify for this program. And just in case you do not qualify in terms of percentage, for example, I need 60%, but you have got 56%, then I also have a pathway, graduate certificate in human services. You can enter that and apply for and then graduate to masters. So yes, you can apply. So please feel free to push in the applications.
Yeah. So yeah, I was kind of confused earlier. Like 60% is a kind of marking, But since you
Yes.
said that there is a flexibility, even students with 50% or 58%, they still have a kind of provision with the graduate certificate to link with the MSW, right? Oh, that's
Right,
that's a
right.
fantastic
Yeah. So
because
as far
all
as
these
you
students.
have As far as you
Yeah,
have
not
minimum
always.
55%, you can apply for graduate certificate in human services and then go to masters in social work
MSW.
qualifying. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, like with the pandemic things and all, a lot of universities have got reduced tuition fees for the international students. What is with the Acap at this time? Do you offer that kind of reduced tuition fees, or do you have any kind of merit-based scholarship, something?
Yeah. So at ACAP, no, we have not reduced the fees. First thing, I believe we are already very, very competitive, and we have been blessed with great students, and they've never complained about tuition fees. Not even in the COVID times, we have got a lot of. Our intake has been amazing. Last intake. So no, we have not reduced the fees as far as fees is concerned. Now talking about the scholarships, as of now, we do not have any scholarship for international students, but yes, we are working on it, and hopefully we'll be able to introduce scholarship for the upcoming intakes. So I would convey that to you as soon as we have confirmation on that.
Yeah, that was the one issue earlier. Like, students who already had a visa for Acap or for MSW for the main intake, but with
Mm-hmm.
that thing, with the pandemic things and all, they were not able to fly to Australia. Like,
Hmm.
what happens? They are. I mean, they can start with the online learning at this time, and later
Yes,
on, once the
certainly.
border get reopened, they can join for the face-to-face class.
Yes, so I understand you're asking me for all those students who got visa for May intake, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
they were not, getting a kind of, privilege to fly because of the border closure and all.
right, right. So with
But
our
your
May
intake already
intake,
got started. I mean, so with the offshore students who are stuck in their home country, how they can, enroll with the main intake? I mean,
mhm.
can they start with the online learning and all?
Yeah. So ACAP has been very smoothly and successfully managed to transition into an online studies. For all those students who could not manage to fly and reach campus for our main intake, they were given an option for online studies, and they have been doing it, so no problem at all. They already hold a visa, so as soon as the borders are open, they can move. Yes, so this option is available, and this is available for even the students over there on campus. So for all those
So
students who managed to even fly for May intake, before all this happened, before the lockdown came into the place, so they were easily able to move into the online studies. And at ACAP, we have customized our timetable to match the requirements in a way that they do not sacrifice on their practical electives. So we have customized in a way wherein they can do their academic electives while they are home. They are not they could not travel to campus. And once
mhm.
the campus is back to the normal mode, face to face, they would be able to do their practical electives.
Yeah, hopefully for the next intake, your next coming intake is October, right? September or
And
October?
next is the September, starting 28th
September. I
September.
think by September the
Yes.
borders will have relaxed things and all, so students
Yeah.
can fly. If not, again they have to go with the online things with the
Right,
visa on
right,
hand.
right, right.
It also,
And also, I would like to clarify here that for the upcoming intake, September onwards, we have a graduate certificate and English program that a student
uh-huh.
can take online. Yeah. So that provision
From
is there. Yes. So apart from
yeah,
that,
from
we
the
do not
government.
have. Yeah, for masters and bachelors, we are still working on it. But if there
Uh-huh.
is anyone who qualifies for graduate certificate, who is probably having to do additional English, they can go for an online classes and they can finish it up. This would not even affect their PSW any which ways, so they can finish it up as long as they are home, and they can move for their main course once the borders are open.
Yeah. The other question that is keeping cross into my mind, either you will be able to answer it or not. The question is like, is how is the scope for a social work graduate in Australia? I know that in Nepal it has very huge scope. How is the scope if students get, degree on social work?
Hmm.
How is the
So, as
market?
far as Australia is concerned, if you notice in my presentation, I mentioned that the industry is expected to grow by close to 23% by 2022. The job
That's
opportunities
right.
are amazing. Once you graduate, you can earn between $65,000 to $90,000 annually. And this certainly goes up as you grow with the experience. There are multiple organizations you can work with. You can work with NGOs, public private NGOs, international agencies like DANITA, SIDA, World Bank, all of these places, they need people who are social work graduates. Gone are the days when people used to think, okay, social work is something that we can learn by seeing, or I can just do internship in any organization and I would become a social worker. No. So all these top organizations and that you would probably like to work with after a certain period of the time, and after a certain period of time then spending in different organizations, you would probably go and work with international agencies. They need people who are graduates in social work, who knows what it is not just any other degree. So it is, the scope is amazing. You get great money, there is a great ROI, there are a lot of opportunities, agencies available. So yes, the scope is really good in Australia and back in your own country.
Yeah, I just got one message in my WhatsApp. They were supposed to write the message in the comment box, but yeah, they put it in my WhatsApp. The message says like, with the online learning, do they get any kind of reduced fees and all?
As I mentioned, no, we have not reduced the fees for online learning as of now. But yes, there are flexibility in terms of, since you would be starting online and you would not be doing the usual elective load each trimester. So of course, the units that you study, you only pay for it. So for example, if one unit would cost you $3,000 and you're taking up 2 units, so you would only pay $6,000.
So the same guy, the same student sends me again the message, the year gap. What is
Year
the year
gap.
gap we can accept?
So is this for a master's or a bachelor's?
For the master, I mean, yeah.
So if you're 2019 pass out, I would take you for 2020, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And if the gap is more than 1 year, then just show me what have you been doing. If you are
So,
working, then it's not a gap.
if there is a gap, there should be a justification that you were engaged with something, right?
There should be a justification, yeah. And it's good that you put it whatever you have been doing, because good for us to release an offer and have a clear understanding about your profile, and even good for you once you file your application with High Commission. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a kind of experience with Acap. I sent out many applications. In those process, I had a kind of experience. My experience said that it take a long time to get the offer letter, and what is that? Why not you can just make things quick?
Okay. We actually have improved on that process. Now we are releasing offer within 48 hours. So probably now, if you give an application, you would not have this disappointment from us. So yeah, we have improved a lot in the application process. Our team is tirelessly working in processing all the applications that we get. So if you're giving me something now, then you will be getting the outcome within 48 hours. Are you there? Hmm. It looks like we don't have Mr. Mahendra with us as of now.
cannot see Renu. Her screen is being shared.
Is it okay? I can't see you actually. Yeah,
I think there is a kind of technical issue with the internet and all, so I have
that's
to
okay.
interrupt the session for today. Yeah, as we discussed all the things about Acap and yeah, Renu. Okay, okay. You were here. I was supposed to give a final wrap up since I was not
Uh,
able to see you. Yeah,
okay.
we can continue, I guess, right?
Yes, yes, certainly. Please.
Hello.
I can see you and I can hear you clearly.